Hello guys and girls, it is Costa and I'm with Colton,
Hello.
and welcome to the build of the Piscatoris, that's a horrible name to say, the Piscatoris Hunting Grounds area, which I believe it's a sort of official name. When I check on Runescape now it doesn't show its name at all. So I'm just hello guys and girls, it is Costa. Watching the video and the audio is on that still, so I'm with that. Right, so Colton, the sponsorship. So I got an email about 3 days ago, and there's this new network starting, and this network is all about sort of like sponsoring channels and all that stuff. So all they're doing at the moment is getting sort of like people to join their, I don't know, you could say net. I don't. It's not really a network. I'm just gonna call it a network because it's sort of like the easiest thing to call it, and sort of like understand what it is. So they're just getting people to join their network pretty much, and what it is, it's all about sponsoring. So how this works is, say if there's a now this goes for any product really. So it could be something like makeup or I don't know, but I'm gonna keep it relevant to obviously they're not going to be sort of like reviewing Molior RS, but say it's a game, say it's a gaming company and they want their game to be reviewed, or I don't know, sort of like sponsored, if you say like it pretty much is. It's a sponsoring network. So what this company will do is they will say, hey, here's our game, we want you to sponsor it on your channel, you know, like upload it, give it a review, say it's, I don't know, hopefully say it's good, because we're paying you. um, and then after that we will pay you a sum of money after we've uploaded it on our channel. So that's pretty much the very basics of it. But like I said, it's the website is not just gaming related; it can do everything else, such as I know there's only one sponsorship up at the moment. Like I said, the website is very new, so the only sponsorship up at the moment is like, I don't know, a pair of glasses. So if we were to do that, we would use webcams, and on a video we would pretty much just be wearing the glasses, which seems very stupid because why would we be wearing glasses while I don't know, live streaming or making a video, playing a video game? But yeah, that's just the very basics of it. So first off, what's your opinion on that? So like the old, not sort of like us doing it, but the old ideal of how sponsoring works in like the media and all that.
Um, I think it's good. Um, I really have no opinion overall. Uh, I know I kind of just contradicted myself, but um, I'd I think it's a good idea that we do it.
So, well, because you've said that it would be a good idea that we do it, what's your reason behind that?
So we can pay for servers and stuff because we don't have any means of buying servers right now,
Oh yeah.
and that's something we kind of need for multiplayer.
Yep. Um, my opinion on it would be, so the whole idea how it works is I'm sort of skeptical because I know obviously before sort of like when I used to upload uh, Molior RS, I used to hate game, well not gaming channel, used to just hate channels which um, their only content was just about sponsoring and all that stuff. So it would be the case of, I just always felt it's like awkward to do because say you're reviewing some glasses and I don't know, at the end of the video you're telling your fans or subscribers like, hey, come check them out. There's like a link in the description, you can buy it, blah blah blah. all that stuff. I've never been keen on that stuff because literally all you're doing is just selling stuff, or
Selling out, really.
yeah, selling out. I was trying to think of that name, but I'd say if so. Obviously this network contacted us because they're just getting like anybody at the moment. I know it sounds weird or bad because it sounds like they're just getting like anybody just to join them. But like you said, it could be an opportunity, but then it can be a pro, and it can be well, it can have its pros and cons. So let's say the pros would be like you just said, it would help with the server and all that stuff. I will answer your question in a minute, Creatism. So the pros would be pretty much like you said, Colin. It would be, let's say, the server. My mic is actually breaking. My mic, it's part of a headphones. I normally have a standalone mic, but I need a pair of headphones and I needed a mic, so I got two in one. But my mic is being stupid on my headphones at the moment. It's getting really loose and it's sort of affecting the quality. So say if we did sponsors, I'll be able to buy like a better mic which will last for ages because you won't believe the amount of mics I've gone through. But Kratos, your question. Is there legal issues with Jagex? That would be a no. Colton, you've mostly contacted Jagex about this.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it?
A couple months back, I spoke with Mod Infinity, and he said they would talk to their legal team and then email us back. Well, we haven't heard anything after that, and it's been several months. So we can safely assume that it's a no. There are no legal issues because they would have moved already.
Oh yeah.
Plus, there's nothing really to gain out of it since we're nonprofit. We don't make. Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, we've been trying to contact them for ages and ages just to get some sort of reassurance, because it would actually be a real pain if they were actually going to say something like, you can't work on this project no more because it's bad, and because of that, it would just be in a massive pain in the ass because we've been working on it for about 6 years, and when you get to the point of like where we are now, and then Jagex like, no, you can't carry on with it, close it down. But like you said, so we've been trying to contact them for months and months. We've tried Reddit. I've tried the RuneScape forums, but no luck there. And a lot of other places, just general anywhere to sort of like contact them. Obviously, What Infinity's replied to us because of all this time, and like you just said, he said he would contact the legal team. So just to sum it up, if we were doing some major bad and we were affecting Jagex company, like we were trying to feel we were putting their sales in danger.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the major things why Jagex can't really do much about it is because we are a server and not a standalone game.
Oh yeah.
And we don't charge people. It's free, and it always will be free. So I think that's why they sort of are ignoring it.
One thing I want to mention is because of what we are, we're rebuilding RuneScape. We get contacted a lot by a lot of other people, not like I don't know, someone like Level Jagex, just like I don't know, people in college and all that stuff, and they're saying like, oh, we're making an MMO, we're making this game similar to RuneScape. Do you want to help us? Me and Colton have a lot of stories about that, but I don't think we'll go into it now. But this one time, somebody actually he had like a semi slash demo. It was sort of like Castle Wars, but it was all RuneScape related. So he wanted me, well, anybody at Molior RS to just sort of like join in and help him make it, and obviously sell it for profit. He was the guy who made Slender Tubbies. I'm not quite sure if anybody. It was in the sort of like the years of when all those crappy horror games like the release of Slender Man, anything else. So this guy who made Slender Tubbies, he made a grand from advertisements on that game, and it was like a free game. People like PewDiePie played it, and you know it had like over 3 million downloads and all that stuff. He contacted me saying that, well, sort of going back to what I said. So it was just him who contacted me saying he wants to make this game, and I told him it's it's going to be a massive problem with the legal team because this demo, it pretty much consisted of it was a very basic demo. So it was like the skeletons spawning, and but they were spawning on one side of the map. Obviously, it was like a demo, so they weren't like the best looking, and pardon me. And you were like this, I don't know, Saradomin dude, and you'd pretty much kill the skeletons. I was gonna say goblins then. And so I go to him, it would be sort of nice to help, but it's in the end it's gonna have massive legal problems. And he goes, oh yeah, I already contacted the legal team. And I was like, okay, what did they say? And they were like, he was like, well, we can't name anything related to RuneScape, so we couldn't name a city like Varrock. We couldn't have try to think, Lumbridge named Lumbridge. So I was like, yeah, no thank you, because in the end, you're just making a game, and I'm not quite sure if you watch this video now, but no offense to him, Slender Tubbies didn't look like the best game ever created, so in my opinion, it was just sort of like a waste of time. The point of our project is to recreate RuneScape without getting Jagex up our ass.
Yeah.
That's the nicest way to put it. So it's like when we get these people coming to us like, hey, we're making a game like RuneScape. Do you want to help us? It's like, well, in the end, you're making, you're not the experience compared to Jagex, of course. You can run Jagex down, but in the end, they're very experienced like programmers and designers and all that stuff. Blah 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 blah. And you're like some people fresh from college, and you want to make some game. From our experiences, Colton, with the game development groups we've joined, it's always been the case of just trying to replicate RuneScape, like on a scale to scale.
Yeah. People that have asked us to help them out, they're wannabe game people. I don't mean that offensively, but it's true.
I would mean it in an offensive way.
Well, you never know.
Yeah.
So, we did have one group who was fairly professional, but they ended up having to shut down and lay people off, so that didn't go too well.
Yeah. But
plus, their leader was kind of a dick.
Oh yeah. Pretty much to sum it up, their leader kicked us out because they didn't know we were doing work, but we were doing work. That's sort of like the simplest way of putting it.
Yeah, the level of communication there was horrible. Like, we barely spoke. It was crazy, and they expected us to do all this stuff. Yeah, not gonna happen, guys.
Yeah. So on to carrying on to sponsorship. That question was rather a long answer. Sponsorship. It's like I said earlier. It's it can be I'd say a 50-50. I would like to see us as game developers, but are in our own version. People, like I've said this so many times. you know, people try and have fun and trying to catch us out by saying like, we don't use our own models, we don't use our own, you know, animations for like running because it's already done. So you know, why would we want to sort of like, I don't know, scrap all that and try and make our own?
We I just want to say something. We have a guy that does that too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tristan. He's
Yep.
been working on animations. Well, looking into animations. I mean,
Like special attacks and stuff like that.
oh yeah,
Cool things.
they look freaking amazing already. But hopefully we can sort of like showcase them off at some time. I'd say mostly it's skilling at the moment, but he said he wants to sort of like upgrade, not upgrade. Well, yeah, pretty much upgrade and make them look better before like showing them off. But
Yep.
as I said, I'd like to see us as game developers, and um, as game developers, it's the Molior RS channel. We really only focus on Molior RS. The April Fool's joke I did of my what should we call it, Alien Isolation. That was a funny video to do because I wasn't quite sure how reactions would be, but because it was on April Fools, reaction was good. But so with the sponsorship, you know, with me saying it would be nice to see us as game developers, which I see ourselves is. Oh, I'm getting my words confused. So let me just start that again. So I like to see us as game developers of Molior RS. So obviously with the YouTube channel, we really only upload I know, Molior RS content. So it would be the equivalent of I don't know, RuneScape uploading a gameplay of Skyrim or something.
Yeah.
That would be really odd, and I'd say unprofessional because it's I've seen it many times while I've been on sort of like well, I'm subscribed to a few YouTube channels. I've seen it many times, whereas people, you know, they subscribe to this one channel because they make this sort of type of video, and then the creator gets, I don't know, bored or maybe becomes a sellout and wants to try something out. I don't know, something
Snipe
different.
bars.
Oh yeah, that's one type of dude.
We're looking at you, snipers.
I freaking used wrong terrain. Well, too many terrains. I need to swap 4 into 3. But yeah, I'm not gonna call out that guy, snipers. But
We kind of already did.
oh yeah, but I'd say it's a lot more different. Maybe. Um, it's
He's not exactly the best example, but
yeah.
there are many, many YouTubers that have sort of started on one thing and then they became very like popular and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they strayed away and people attack them for it, which isn't good. But it's now on their permanent history, sort of. That's what they're known for, which isn't good. And I'd rather not cross into that territory.
Just a comment to Oscar. Um, I've mentioned this before, but I'm not so keen of sort of like trying to advertise us. You know, like especially I know there's like Spark Mac and Chris Archie, but yeah, our first clip got featured on Chris Archie. Once you've seen it before, you know you don't want to see it again. But I know Spark. It's been like I know 2 years. I sent a clip into Spark Mac because somebody suggested it. You know, I just did it for I know the fun of it. But yeah, it hasn't been featured, so you know I'm never going to sort of like try again because I think the channel will get popular over time. That's Almo. That's knocked me off now. I don't know why that made me laugh.
We have him on our Steam.
Yeah. So pretty much, I'd say, let's say, the server, when the server comes out and So yeah, I know there's people playing it on multiplayer, and once that gets out, you know, I'd say it'll get more popular then. But
Yeah, I saw Jagex had posted a couple weeks back, um, the Minecraft thing of
oh
the
yeah,
guys who remade RuneScape in Minecraft and stuff. It's like that's nice.
I believe Crandor is on their Pinterest account.
Oh yeah,
I sent it in. Well, they made a Facebook post saying we made a Pinterest account. Send us in your um, I don't know, your pictures. So I sent a Crandor, and they were like a picture of Crandor in RuneScape. So I was like, oh my god, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Obviously it was
let
like some
let me look
novice
for it.
guy, and it would be really nice to see if you can find it. I haven't checked in it in ages,
I'll look for it here.
but I'm not quite sure many people even use Pinterest. But right,
Yeah, I don't.
there's one thing I forgot to do, and it was describe what area I'm working on. Obviously you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, but let me just do a quick. Oh, I'm going to save first, but let me just do a quick overhead view of the area. So this is Piscatoris. I'm not quite sure who names the areas in RuneScape, such as Rimington, but this is Piscatoris. I'm probably pronouncing that like a freaking idiot. But anyways, let's start from the bottom.
I found it. I found it.
Oh sweet, can you link into the
I
chat?
have to log in, so let
Oh.
me make an account real quick.
Right, so this is the outskirt of well, this is the Tree Gnome Stronghold, which is on the outskirts of the Piscatoris hunting grounds. Um, this is the Eagle's Peak. It's not very detailed at the moment. I just got the basic, terrain down in landscape. this path, this path took me between 1 and 2 hours to build, and you're probably wondering, that path looks absolutely crap. How did it? How long did? Well, why did it take you that long to build it? And that path is a 1-to-1 scale because I needed to know how and where to put the mountain. So the mountain was originally over like this area here, so we'd have had this massive land of grass here, whereas in RuneScape it's just like a really small strip. So what I pretty much did was I 1-to-1 scaled the path, and then I was able to build the terrain around it. But yeah, it's not really detailed at the moment. Like I said, it's just landscape, but I'll probably work on detail later on. But yeah, so carrying on, this area for landscape is pretty much, I would say, very basic. There's literally no detail at all. There's a few trees spotted around. Actually, I need to add a yew tree over here. Let's see, a yew tree there.
We have an important question, Aaron.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I'll answer it after I quickly do the tour. So yeah, this is just the hunting grounds. This is the Fire Phoenix. I know it's the the Phoenix lair. I just thought it had it. Yeah, yeah, it's just called the Phoenix lair. So yeah, that's the Phoenix lair. Phoenix lair. Over here is sort of the at the moment it's just nothing. It's sort of like a beach, but in RuneScape 3, it's where the airits are. And north of here is the outskirts of the fishing colony. Obviously the area cuts off there, so you won't be able to sort of like get to there, but obviously I just added the detail. But I need to actually make that detail a little bit more. Right, so this question, and it's a very important, what's that, reading Almo's question first, because it sounds very simple answer. Also, will you guys plan to do any updates to the map area, like new islands, new areas, never seen? Yes, definitely.
Yep.
We are based in year 20 of the 5th age, so we will have Crandor as a city, because Alvarg hasn't destroyed it. And as you can see, part of the title is play your own ships. We'll be talking about that later on. and that is all about going to the Eastern Lands. In RuneScape 3, if anybody plays it, you are able to send off your captains and ships to the Eastern Lands, but you don't get to go there yourself. So what we're looking to do is you'll be able to actually sort of like go to the Eastern Islands, Eastern Lands yourself, and sort of like explore these towns and inhabitants. Right. So
Welcome
the
to Molior RS.
yeah, and I say we can pretty much expand anywhere. We don't want to make too much custom content which we don't know. Like the Eastern Lands, for example, will be custom, but it's in RuneScape, so we won't be adding like random islands, pretty much just made up. We want to keep it as lore friendly as we can. Right.
Yep.
Sorry, pesky bananas. Do you plan on having locked content that can be unlocked through membership? Colton said this a few minutes ago, but obviously very quickly. Everything will be free, so let's say we were just talking about Crandor and the Eastern Lands and sailing, and say this area here, you know, this is a very far out members area in RuneScape. All this will be free to the player. All you need is, let's say, obviously you need Neverwinter Nights to sorry, I was supposed to be linking the stream. All you need is Neverwinter Nights 2. It goes on sale often to around £5, so I would honestly just sort of like wait till it goes on sale, because at the moment it's like £12. But yeah, real downfall for a lot of people is that the game costs that much and it isn't free, like RuneScape. You know, well, the free version of RuneScape, the free to play lands. But obviously, unfortunately, you do need Neverwinter Nights 2. But to answer your question, once you buy Neverwinter Nights 2, anything, and I literally mean everything we do, this is by our own choice, but it's sort of like a double confirm. Obsidian Entertainment, who made Neverwinter Nights 2, on their rules and relegations, you cannot sell anything at all related to Neverwinter Nights 2, so we can't make the pay-to-play lands then try sell it to people. So like, let's say Colton, you're a fan, and I've completed the pay-to-play lands, but it's not playable yet. I can't go to you, Colton, hey, give me £10, no, give me £5 every month, and I will give you members. Obsidian Entertainment would literally just sue my ass to the ground because I've gone against their rules and relegations.
I don't think they'd have enough money to buy a lawyer at this point.
True.
They're pretty much a dead company, and so is Atari. But yeah, they would probably sue us. High chance of that happening.
But like I said, it's a double lockdown, so we wouldn't charge people if, you know, Obsidian Entertainment let us charge people. Everything would always be for free. But with that being said, we do accept donations. We're not some sort of like begging company, like we beg people for money, but when people offer donations, we accept it, and it sort of like goes to helping us work on the project and like the servers and equipment and all that stuff.
The statues too.
Oh yeah, the statues. Yeah, we do have a Patreon. The Patreon is just up for people who wanted to donate. There has been times of people in the past who wanted to donate and have donated, but we just set up a Patreon to sort of like help people. And with Patreon, you do get some small benefits, like the statues in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame is like the lobby. So in RuneScape, you have a lobby in RuneScape 3. You log in, you get this lobby. You can look at like your friends chat and the thinking of anything else. You know, the wilds to log on, your clan chat, and all that stuff. And the Hall of Fame is our version of the lobby. And you know, if somebody donates, there is one statue in there because somebody donated. But if you do donate, you'll get a statue on there to sort of like as a thank you. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question. I need a rural house. Okay, that'll do. Ooh, that is quite big. Oh my god, why is that house so big? Okay, that'll do. Right. So would you want to go on to player-owned ships now?
Sure. 1 second. Let me get a link to a picture that I want to show people. You start. I'll grab the link real quick.
Right. So player-owned ships is literally in its name, player-owned ships. It's sort of like the area we'd want to talk about is I'd say chartering. So like not the sort of like, well, including chartering, but like other methods of sailing. So like Port Sarim to Karamanjar, you know, that involves a ship. So that would be sort of like sailing. Um, but we're talking about player-owned ships here. So player-owned ships may be the alternative to dungeoneering at the moment. But obviously this is just a very rough idea. Let's say, well, the certain area where we hope to, well, where I hope to have it, but obviously we need to sort of like discuss on it more. It's south of Sophenheim. Sophenheim is the area, well, the desert city far, far south of the furthest desert. It's yes. Let me make you a mod quick, Colin. Oh, can you link me your channel?
Yeah.
But anyways, Sophenheim is it's hopefully the area where we would like to add player-owned ships, because it's, if you look on the Eastern Lands, you know, player-owned ports ship, well, not player-owned ports map on Runescape 3, you'll notice that it's the sort of southwest area you see on the Eastern Lands is not Eastern Lands, the Western Lands is south of Sophenheim. So the desert isn't really a popular area. You know, you really only go in the desert to do quests and all the other stuff, blah blah blah. So hopefully, if we add player-owned ships to sort of like the south of Sophenheim, it would give the it would give a reason for like players to sort of like visit the desert, because they'll be pretty much able to. Whatever, how does that tree there? It'll be able to let players sail to the Eastern Lands at a more realistic pace, because you know, if we added it in, well, Port Sarim's already jammed packed with sort of like content and ships. So if we add it to sort of like Port Sarim, which is, you know, in the middle of the continent of Gielinor, you're pretty much sailing 3 times the distance to get to the Eastern Land. So why not just add a port south of Sophenheim, where it's like the fastest way of getting to the place.
Yeah.
Yep, so the link Colton sent is the west. If you look at the top left, that is where Sophenheim is. So obviously, if we had a like port south of it, these eastern lands, well, eastern islands are very, very sort of like close to where they are. If that makes sense at all.
Yeah, and we'll be making all of these.
Oh yeah.
Every single one of these you can travel to.
Just a fun fact: Hanto, if you could see it, it's east of the text of the skull. I have Hanto already built, and let me actually.
You also have a Cyclosis too, right? Or is that no longer with us?
Oh, I totally forgot. Oh yeah, I totally forgot I built that place. Yeah, I don't have that one, unfortunately. But let me show you Hanto so you can get a idea of what I'm on about. Give me a second. I actually need to. Okay, I found it straight away. I just need to transfer these files into another folder.
All right.
I'll show you Hanto so you can sort of like get the idea of what exactly I'm on about. I'll throw it into the pay to play module. But so yeah, how sailing would work, I'd say player in ships is sort of your idea. So, do you want to talk about how it will work while I get this area loaded up?
Yep. Okay. So there are two methods of sailing. One is mainly for transportation, and two is for the aesthetic. The transportation mode is it essentially puts you in a third person view of the ship, and you can control that ship on a map type thing, and you can sail to basically any port. We'll be remaking the entire world map in sort of a third person perspective thing, so that it makes sailing more realistic. But the second way of it is the aesthetic one, which is like you can walk around the ship, tell people what to do, control the speed and stuff like that, sails, cannons, etc. And this can be done either with multiple people or all NPCs. And the more crew that you have, and the higher their sailing skill is, the faster you go, and the more damage you can do against pirates. That portion of it isn't quite well thought out, but we still have a few months before we start on it. There's a pretty high chance that pirates will attack you depending on where you are sailing, how much gold and loot that you have with you, and your sailing skill. The sailing in RuneScape Old School is sort of like dungeoneering, so I'm told. I haven't played it.
Yeah. So old school RuneScape are releasing sailing, but how they've done it is it's exactly like dungeoneering, but you're on a ship. So dungeoneering, it's the Demonheim area, which is east of the wilderness. There's a lot of lore behind it, cool lore in fact. You just explore boxed rooms, find keys to find the boss. It's a very terrible mini game which is named a skill. So what old school RuneScape have done is you get this ship. I don't think you can like upgrade it or get crew or anything, but you get this ship, you explore islands, and on these islands you get loot from dungeoneering. So I know they mentioned some loot from dungeoneering, such as the coal bag which carries more coal. So it's literally all they've done is made sailing as dungeoneering. So right, let's Hanto is finally up, so sorry for all that sort of like mess. So I made this area, oh god, I made this area about a year ago, so it might not be my best design or detail, but let's show you the sort of like the entire outskirts. So the lore behind Hanto. So Hanto was once a fishing, trading town or city. It is now governed by a corrupt warlord. So they've cut off all trading, but a lot of smuggling happens. And this is
That looks good.
Hanto. So obviously this is in the Eastern Lands, so it's only just on the very border of the Eastern Lands. So what I've tried to do is not I haven't done the best job of it, but I try to give it some sort of you're in a different world, if you'd say, like everything's different. If you look in no, you can't exactly look at it, but if you were to go in our project, there would be no other area like this. So what I've done is try to give it like an Eastern slash a different continent feeling because of how it's sort of like laid out. So as you can see, this is like the docking area here. It's was actually part of a quest I was working on, which is the whatchamacallit quest, the mercenaries. So let's say we take the aspect of dungeoneering into our sailings, like you were talking about, Colton.
Hmm.
Um, let's say, um, going back to the map, all these islands, there's a lot of stuff we can do. We want to keep it sort of like lore friendly, so we don't want to add like a crap ton of items. But let's say Hanto is one of those islands, and it's like a boss scenario fight. So me and you, Colton, are on a ship. You're sailing. You sail up to Hanto, and you've heard if we kill the pirate, well, not, assume he's a pirate, so like the corrupt warlord in this castle far over here, you'll get let's just think theoretically with the fact of dungeoning. Let's say if you kill this warlord, there's a chance you get a chaotic rapier or whatever. Let's just say longsword as an easier example. So if you kill this warlord, there's a chance you'll get a chaotic longsword. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
So instead of just being very basic like I don't know, dungeoneering, where you walk into this place, you go into a castle, you go up the stairs, and you kill him instantly. Let's say this island has its own theme to it, and this is a theme I added all that years ago or months ago. It was definitely over a year, but it's like I said, it's they've shut off everything. It's by a corrupt warlord, so a lot of smuggling goes on. So the citizens are unhappy. There's a lot of like violence. I know, like breakings, muggings, and all that stuff. I added a massive underground sewer system to this, which you have to go through the mausoleum over here. But so like I said,
Speaking of sewer systems, are we still adding sneaking?
oh yeah, definitely.
All
That's
right,
a
good,
huge, massive part of the rogues class.
good.
But that's actually my point on this. So let's say this isn't just like I just said. You go into the castle, kill it. You wait there for like 5 minutes for him to respawn. You kill him again and all that stuff. So we start up. Let me try to get a first person aspect of it. So we come on to this place here, and it's sort of like the old docking area, which is never used now. Because it's shut off. So we're gonna go all the way up like this entrance area here, and the first, I don't know, the gate's locked because they've shut off trading, obviously. And me and you, it's like you could say it's like a mission, and our mission is to kill the warlords to get like the chance of the chaotic longsword. So we could have brought some rope with us, so we can like throw rope over the wall, then climb over the wall. And from here, there's going to be pirates in like guards which are pirates and hostile. They're going to be sort of like roaming around the city, and maybe it's sort of like a sneaking rogue stealth mission we're doing, or sort of like a theme to it. So, you can, if it depends how big your group is, you could just like barge in, but it's going to be tough. But because it's me and you, we would be sneaking around, doing like stuff. One thing I had on this mercenary storyline is, you go in the mausoleum, and you go all the way underground into the sewers. Then you get to the basement of this castle, which the warlord is in, and you plant like dynamite and TNT underneath the castle, then blow it up. So something like that, and
Yeah.
we could do that, or like I said, you can just go in head on and sort of like kill the warlord head on, pretty much. So stuff
Cool.
like that. Now there's all these islands. So let's say Hanto isn't one of the islands we're going to go to. Let's say it's just like a fishing colony. On this fishing colony, it's a small fishing town. It's friendly. It could be just a place to trade. It could have like a good amount of stock of raw fish, which you want to buy and cook. Maybe they sell it at a really low price, and you can like bring this fish over to, the rest of Gielinor, Port Sarim, and then sell this fish for a lot more. So stuff like that, really.
Damn, this is like Prince of Persia.
Yeah, it's very complex, but I'd say it's very I'd say very it'll take a while to do, but in my opinion, it's going to be a very good end content. I imagine Eastern Lands is something you're going to be doing sort of like when you hit rune armor and all that stuff.
Yep.
You know, maybe we do get to a final point where we do want to release chaotic weapons, but to get this, you're going to be sailing to the furthest ship, not ship, the exiled point in the Shield region on this map. So I imagine trying to get to that area through like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh god, there's about over 50, not over 50, about 40 islands or something. You're going to be sailing across all that to get to the furthest point, and I imagine you're going to get lost.
Yeah, it'll be fairly complicated and it'll take a lot of skill to do that.
A question, when you were talking about it earlier, do you think you could throw in a PvP aspect of it? So,
Yeah.
let's say you're not on like these like friendly fishing towns and all that stuff. Do you ever see PvP happening? So if you ever saw like another player's ship, you could try and sort of like, I don't know, loot their ship and try kill them and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Do you think that would be fun to do, or be annoying to do?
I think it would be very fun. That was a good idea. Tons of players versus tons of players, sailing clans and stuff like that. It's going to be so big.
Yeah, sailing lads. That sounds freaking amazing. This sort of like all brings all this stuff we've been talking about. We've spoke about player-owned houses. We spoke about player-owned guilds. Now player-owned ships. I can imagine, say, if a project gets like massive, well, the server gets massive, and there's like over hundreds and hundreds of people playing it. You're going to be seeing guilds which specialize in like pirating, like destroying people's ships, and like they have a H or guild or a HQ on an eastern land, and they're just sort of like patrolling their island, and all that stuff. That sounds something which will be damn great to do.
Yeah.
But
Is there anything else?
no, I'd say we've pretty much covered it all, in my opinion. We wanted the stream to sort of be short, in my opinion. The Piscatoris area, it's a very, very simple area, like I said. The next build, which I'll be doing, is the fishing colony, which is just like a very small chunk north of it. But hopefully we get somewhere with the server soon, and I'll be able to stream gameplay and all that stuff. But for now, I would say that is good enough. The end of the stream. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to ask them before we leave. But I'll give you about 3 minutes to answer that because the stream's delayed.
One thing I want to ask our viewers is spread the word about the game and stuff like that. We only have 1,082 subs or something like that now. I would like to see way more than that soon. Yeah, we got to get this stuff rolling.
Yeah, it was that one case when this goes back to the topic we were talking about earlier. We were trying to contact Mod Infinity about is what we're doing actually fine, because we can say, hey, it's fine, it's we don't make profit and we're just a server, but it was sort of like a good idea to sort of like get confirmation from the JMod. So you posted on Reddit, right? And then everybody started like bashing on it, saying like stop advertising, but really you were just trying to get a JMod to answer us, because
yeah,
they say they're gonna
after
answer us,
about
and then no.
It took about 5 posts for a mod to respond, and now whenever I do post there, it's very rare, but I get a lot of votes and stuff like that. So I think people are starting to like,
Understand the
yeah,
situation
like
really.
extra RuneScape type stuff.
This sort of goes back to the whole Chris Archie and Spark Mac. I'm not a fan of advertising, so you know, I'm not the type of person to spam like social media, like hey, come like us here, and you know, post on other people's videos. In my opinion, that's a very douchey move. So there's been a lot of cases where people post our project on like Reddit and all that stuff, and it gets a lot of attention and people enjoy it, and we randomly get these surges of subscribers. Recent, it was recently somebody posted our projects on Reddit, and we got like 11 subs just from that one post, and it's like, wow, you know, we got this from one person who we never asked, who randomly posted our project on this website, i.e. Reddit, and it's just fun to see. But
Yeah.
yeah, you're obviously welcome to sort of like spread the word about us. It means a lot really to see like random people not being asked to, just spreading our work, pretty much.
Feels
Yeah.
good, guys.
So I would say thank you all for watching, guys. It's been a great stream again. We covered a lot of good, interesting topics, and apologies, the stream is short. Oh, it's 50 minutes, so 10 minutes shorter, which I'm sure you guys will be okay with. Um, but yeah, I'd say that's it from me. Anything from you, Colton?
Nope.
So thank you all for watching, guys, and peace out.